Next, we're off to the English county of Kent. 8 miles from Folkestone is the little seaside village of Dymchurch. And the journey is a bit of an adventure.
To get to this part of the coast, it's a 2-hour train journey from London. And the last little stretch is on this teeny 1920s narrow gauge steam train. I love it. This is Dymchurch, my stop.
Dymchurch is your typical, quaint English seaside resort. But along its wild and windswept coastline are these strange old circular buildings called Martello Towers.
Well, here it is. This is the house I'm about to visit now. From the outside, it looks quite formidable, quite grim looking. But to be honest, it was supposed to. Martello Towers were built as military forts.
Originally, there were 103 Martello Towers. This one is number 23. They were built 200 years ago during the Napoleonic Wars to defend the British shores against the invading French army. Today, many lie derelict, but this one has been transformed into a very, very secure home by surveyor Guy Ruddy.
This feels like walking into a castle.
Well, close. Napoleonic fortress.
I love this vaulted ceiling here. I mean, is this all original brickwork?
Yeah, this is original. This has all been sandblasted. The wall starts here. You can see 14 feet thick.
Getting into Guy's home wasn't always this easy. The original front door was 20 feet above ground level to keep out unwanted visitors.
I had to get in through a ladder probably for the first 2 or 3 years of owning it.
You are joking. Oh yes, is this your Martello Tower?
Yeah, a local artist drew that, and so she gave me a copy of it.
Tired of struggling up a ladder with bags full of groceries, Guy took drastic action and cut a more convenient front door through 14 feet of wall.
It took 2 weeks with a drill. So what I did was bottle of champagne there, drill that side and just work my way through, and took 2 weeks.
2 weeks, so the bottle of booze was an incentive, the champagne, to get through.
Guy's hard work has transformed a building that used to house soldiers and artillery into a wonderful home spread over 3 levels. There's a guest bedroom and bathroom on the first floor, living area on the second, and a huge master bedroom on the 3rd floor. All of the rooms are a great example of finding new uses for old spaces. Just take the guest bedroom on the 1st floor.
This bedroom here feels very cosy, and the main reason for that is there are no windows. Well, apart from this funny thing over here, this bricked-in thing. Now, this was a kind of window, but it was used as a light source for the room next door. Now, next door is where the gunpowder was stored. And way back in 1805, they didn't have electricity here, and naked flames and gunpowder don't really mix. So they popped a lantern here in this room, and there was a pane of glass behind it, and it shone through and lit next door.
That's not the only bright idea on the 1st floor. Check out this beautiful beach-inspired bathroom.
Now, in the bathroom, Guy has used lots of different textures and surfaces. He built this wall out of aged, reclaimed bricks. Then on the floor, we've got slate tiles. Behind me here, these are Spanish ceramic tiles. And this wonderful band of seashells and rocks and driftwood. Now, that's a lot of different materials, and on paper could sound a little bit much. But here, I think it looks brilliant.
Above the bathroom, on the 2nd floor, is the open-plan kitchen and sitting room. This is where Guy spends most of his time. It may be spacious and comfortable now, but 200 years ago it was the sleeping quarters for a whole battalion of soldiers. Very cosy. This wonderful old staircase built into the wall leads you up to the 3rd floor, which was once the cannon firing platform.
Yeah, this is actually built into the thickest part of the wall, where the wall's about 9 or 10 feet thick here.
Wow, and where did you get this?
Found that on the beach.
Found it?
Improvised.
I like this room a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit lighter than all you've seen before.
Gosh. I mean, I like downstairs. Downstairs is almost like a winter room. But this is, I mean, the view, 360-degree view.
Yeah, it's unusual. This is a 21st century edition. It's only about 18 months old. But it's made such a difference because it's given us the extra third floor.
Yeah.
So.
This whole level is practically an apartment in itself. When Guy bought the tower, this floor was completely open to the elements. Years ago, there would have been one huge cannon up here. The 360-degree views were perfect for pounding the enemy in all directions.
Do you like my boat?
You've got half a boat in your living room.
Yes.
What's going on here?
I've got to say, it was a mistake. I actually bought a boat, cut it in half, turned it into a bed.
As you do.
And the bed was really uncomfortable. So, Office, it hides the reflection on the computer screen.
Now, if you're considering living in an old fort, you have to remember they were made to keep everything out. So when you want to get something in, it can be a bit of a problem.
So how did you get that marvellous statue and all this furniture up here?
Everything was craned up. We left a section about a quarter of the roof out while we were building it, craned everything in, and then right at the last minute, waterproofed it all, made sure it was all safe. And so if anyone ever buys this house, they have to have...
You have to have your furniture.
They have to have all our furniture, because we can't get it out. Not ever, so...
No, you've got no curtains.
No.
Does that not pose privacy problems at night?
Well, unless you're 35 foot tall, you can't see in, so...
Very good point. I feel stupid now.
Unless you're in a microlight and you're a peeping Tom, then you're not going to see much.
It's brilliant up here. I love it.
Good.
If your ideal home has great sea views, burglar-proof walls and 2 centuries of history, then a Martello tower could be the place for you. And one thing's for sure, this extreme home gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, safe as houses.
Ah! It's like stepping back in time. Right now, I'm really glad the tide is out.